Your career ended because of a health condition and expedited it. I mean, obviously, we know your talent. I mean, you heard Tom earlier about the yards per carry and the impact that you had at Penn State. We all thank you for that. Can you give any advice to players that are transitioning out of the game? Some things that you were kind of forced into, and maybe they can adopt and getting ready to make that transition out of the game and land on their feet in something that's inspiring and that they want another mountain to climb.
Yeah, so for me, and probably every with you and anybody that really plays and passionate about something since they were a little kid or with anything, you're going to be consumed by that thing. When you spend so much time and so much blood, sweat, and tears in something, it's hard not to get consumed by that. For a long time, I thought I was football player Journey Brown instead of Journey Brown that plays football. So it's gonna take more than what you would think for you to get out of that mindset. It took me a while to just understand, like, oh, well, everything happens for a reason. But when you do something for that long and you just you get consumed by it, it's hard to see past that because you're like, whoa, like what am I gonna do now when this is all I do? This is all I do. Um, it's it's another step where you have to kind of elevate your mind and understand that you like football is to us everything, but there is more to life than just football. Like I said, that's why I had to get out of that realm and experience it for myself to see if it was true. Because for me, that's all it was. Like football was. I've been playing football since I can remember, and to me in my head, I could still be playing football right now. Don't get the game messed up. I could go step on the field and still tear it up. So for me, and I think for a lot of dudes, I think the aspect of like letting your feelings and letting your stuff like you gotta feel that. Let it marinate. Let like sit in that in salt. Like, because a lot of people like just think I just was like, oh, Journey Brown's so positive. He took that on the chin and just kept going. Hell no. I was in my room, like on the floor, staring at the ceiling, just blank. Like I was just such a shock. Like they told me I'm not playing football no more. So for me, like I like with anything, like I lost my escape. Like football for me, when I would get mad, angry, like I had family members passing away left and right. I would go run to football. Like football was my out. So for me, I had to almost like transcend and take another level mentally to the point where I had to understand and how to handle stuff without having an out. Like and I think that was a big part of me growing as a man and understanding that there's more than life. Like I have a daughter, and like I've been like and truthfully and honestly, like you get in dark places and you have to understand that. Like for me, it was like, hey, you're a son, you're a boyfriend, you're a dad, you're a best friend. Like you got so many people around you, and for me, I was very lucky with the support system I had. For instance, like I would be like tell my cousin, I'm like, so I was talking to my cousin, my aunt, I'm like, y'all watching the game this weekend? They're like, nah. And I was like, what you mean you ain't watching the game? We always watch the game. She said, we watch the game. We love football because how much you love football. They're like, we love you because you're Journey Brown, not because you playing football. And I was sitting there like, that makes sense. Like that, I get what y'all saying because if somebody in my family went through that, I mean, I don't give a damn what you do. You my man's because what you showed me growing up in the past years, the type of person you are besides football. And for me, that was a big thing I had to realize and understand. Even with my lady, she would remind me every day. She's like, bro, I don't care if you play football. I don't care if you went to the league. She's like, I love you because you are you. She's like, you just light up the room when you walk in there. And for me, I didn't see that. Like, because that's just who I am. So like for me, you don't see what you do other than football, but the people that are around you, they will let you know, you know? So for me, I would just say like if transitioning outside of football, one, it will come to an end inevitably. Like everything you do in life, it comes to an end. And football is just one of those things, unfortunately. And I think if you just not only think of that while you're playing and you don't get ready for it, but just think about it and cherish the moments you were in. Because like I said, I have no regrets. If I could go back now, I wouldn't change a thing. If I could go back now, honestly, I don't think I would because I'm happy of how it went because I thought about that all the time. My mom taught me how to remove myself from a situation and realize where I am at that time and place and realize and take it all in and let it soak in. Like there was a lot of times where I would stand on the sideline before practice and just look around like, damn, like I remember dreaming about being here when I was in Meadville on the sideline just messing around at practice. Like these are spots where people dream of, and I'm here. Like take that in, and I'll run on the field. So for me now, I still like remember those times. I'm like that journey. Then he understood that everything happens for a reason. So for me, I was already taking those precautionary measures, but I would say like you just appreciate where you're at now. The present is a gift, you know. I know it sounds cliche and corny, but it's really the truth. So I would just say most of the guys need to understand like you more than football, bro. Like there's more than life than football. I'm doing it right now. I'm living a life that I never thought I would. I'm changing tires. Like what I would like to be playing in the league. I mean, of course, of course. But I enjoy what I do now. Like there's more I can do. I get to spend time with my peoples. I met so many cool people. So like when it comes to the end, like it's not the end. It's a new beginning of something you never thought you would be able to do.